Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So the question I get asked the most by far from you guys is basically anything concerning my Tesla position. So why is it so big? It makes up more than half my portfolio. Why am I not selling? Are you going to rebalance? Should you take profits? What are you going to do? So maybe you're not interested in Tesla or my portfolio, but I think this video can be like an example of what I think about stocks that have gone up a lot, because I get this question about pretty much every stock in my portfolio. So I got a couple of points here that I'm going to go through. This is a Lord of the Rings notebook, by the way. So first of all, I would like to say that you could have asked me this question at any point since I bought Tesla. So, why aren't you selling? It's up 100%, 200%, 500, 600, 1,000. And if I ever sold, I would have lost money. So statistics are on my side on this one. So I bought Tesla back in early April 2019 at about $52 a share. And it's obviously now at 816. So it's up 1,469%, and I haven't sold a single share. So why haven't I sold? Good question. So first of all, I believe in the company as strongly as ever. So I think the company has proven itself. And if anything, I think it's a better company now that I invested. And it's gone up a lot. A lot of people are now shareholders, and the support for the company and the stock is bigger than ever. And the only difference since when I invested is that now pretty much everyone believes in the company. Some consider that a bad thing, but I think it's a good one. Number two, the short sellers, so the people betting against the company, are all but gone. And the manipulation and stain campaign against the company just fell flat, really. And anyone who dares to throw shade at Tesla, risks being ridiculed, really, because it's been done so many times. They've been wrong so many times. So there's massive support for the company, and short sellers are pretty much all gone. Now that eliminates some of the upside potential because of a short squeeze, but again, I look at this as a good thing. Thirdly, just because something has gone up doesn't mean it can't keep going up. I think that's a dangerous assumption to make. How can it possibly go up anymore? Or if something goes down, how can it possibly go down anymore? What has happened doesn't really affect what's going to happen. I think this is sort of a gambler's fallacy. I've been wrong on Tesla for so long. At some point, I'm gonna be right. It's gonna go down. Again, the stock market can stay irrational for longer than you can stay solvent. So don't expect it to go down just because it's gone up. And it has also been going up with increased volume. So more and more people are buying. There are more and more shares being traded. Yet it's only been upside volatility. There's very little downside volatility, and it's now a go-to stock in index funds and ETFs. It's in the S&P 500. So I look at this not too dissimilar from Amazon back in 2016-17, after Amazon had become a huge company after a big run, and now it's one of the most stable stocks around. Number 5 or number 15 or whatever we're at. So I think investors should put aside the tunnel vision of an all-time high. So if you look at any great stock, it's pretty much gone up, like this. And at any point you look at the stock, it's at an all-time high. So just a stock being at an all-time high, it really makes no difference. It's just a price, and it can just as easily go up or down. So in the middle of this video, I thought I would again do a question of the day. It's somewhat related to this video. It comes from Andrew, longtime viewer. Really appreciate your support, man. So is it too late to buy Nvidia, The Trade Desk, Shopify, Amazon, Tesla, Netflix? These stocks just seems quite expensive now. So again, I'm not a big fan of looking at prices. And if you believe in these companies, would you really take the chance of waiting to see what's happening. I mean, what if they keep going up? What if they stand still? What are you gonna do? Now, they might go down, but if you don't have any particular reason why you think these stocks will go down and you believe in the companies, I think it would be highly irrational to not invest. Okay, so if don't take my recommendation on this, but if you believe in the companies, I think you should invest. Now, onto Tesla. So I'm pretty sure Tesla is now the most popular company to invest in, maybe second to Apple. And pretty much every person I talk to, are very interested in investing in the stock. They're not shareholders, but they're looking at the company. And imagine how many, I don't know, thousands, millions of investors are ready to buy the dip. So if Apple falls sharply, I'm not the only one who's going to jump in and buy the stock. And if we talk about the company itself, the overall growth and innovation, I think, has met expectations, maybe even exceeded, especially in 2020, where Tesla grew deliveries and revenues in a pandemic year. It was the only growing car company, and it's really a beacon of light in an otherwise pretty dark industry. And besides Volkswagen, the Chinese, maybe Hyundai, what is there? Like, there are no good electric cars really. And I think many automakers will simply starve because, they might have an EV lineup. Everyone's making EVs now, but they're just another EV. There's nothing special about them. They have this lineup of cars. They have like a small compact car, a sedan, an SUV, and a truck. There's nothing special about them. They're all like just worse than a Tesla. And so I don't really see anyone offering anything special. And Tesla's lead in software, autonomy, battery tech, in-house battery technology, manufacturing has actually increased since 2019, I believe. And Tesla are now further ahead than they've ever been. And yeah, again, I think just having an EV lineup is irrelevant, because EVs will become the only type of car, which means just because you have an EV doesn't mean people are going to buy it, because there are 1,000 different EVs, and the only ones sticking out right now are like Tesla, Neo, maybe Rivian, and so on after a while. So I think their lead has expanded and the company's doing better than ever. And also, I wanted to touch on the balance sheet. It's stronger than ever. It must be maybe the most liquid company in the world. They've raised tens of billions of dollars basically for free, and they're going to spend that money to get further ahead and scale to the point of ridiculousness. And the best is yet to come, guys. So Tesla, Giga Berlin, Giga Texas, Giga India, Giga probably China number 2. Who knows what else, right? Cybertruck, Semi, Roadster, Model Y, full self-driving, just everything is still to come. So I think selling out now, if you believe in the company, would be maybe the worst point to sell out ever. I think it's on the verge of going from, a big company to maybe the biggest. Like, I honestly think Tesla can become the world's biggest company, and Tesla Energy has just gotten started, okay? Taxes. If I do sell, I have to pay 31.6% on my profit, which means the stock has to fall by an equal amount for it to be worth it, or I have to find a better investment. And right now, what better company is there than Tesla, really? So if you don't have anything good to do with the money and you have to pay taxes, don't sell. So basically you can say, okay, Tesla is at 815, but since I have to pay 31% tax, in reality, the price is actually much lower, because if I sold, I'm not going to be able to realize the gains up until the current price, right? So maybe it's more like 650 or something. And at the end, you know, I wouldn't sell a stock just because it's overvalued, because investors are still willing to pay $816 for the shares, which means that's what they're worth. So again, you can disagree with the stock market as much as you want, but the price is what it is. There are plenty of people willing to buy in, and there's very little downside volatility, which means the amount of people disagreeing with the valuation is decreasing rapidly, and the valuation is coming down as well. So I don't see any reason to sell. I'm not selling my shares. I know plenty of people who aren't, so good luck getting your hands on my shares. Now, those are my reasons for not selling Tesla or any of my other stocks. Keep in mind. But right at the end, I just want to say that just because I advocate for buying growth stocks and not selling, even though I have massive profits, doesn't mean that I'm like putting aside all your investing styles. Well, we all have different styles, okay? But if I followed your advice, most of yours, I would have missed out on Amazon, Bitcoin, the Trade Desk, MongoDB, and Tesla, which are all my best investments, okay? I'm not saying you are a terrible investor, but this is my style and it has worked. And I think it just makes sense logically, and from my experience, this is what works, okay? So I'm not discrediting you, I'm just saying this is the way I do, okay? Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about these like ranting videos where I just ramble on, because lately I've done a lot of 15-minute videos with 20 different companies, 20 different graphs. I do statistics. I show all sorts of animations and stuff and videos, but I like these videos as well, where I just have like a couple of bullet points, just a few of them, and I just talk through them. I don't have anything planned. I just do it in one take, and hope you liked it. So hope I'll see you in my next one. Don't know when it's going to come out, maybe sometime next week or the end of this one. Keep investing, take care, have a good one.